Okay, well, welcome to the channel, and it's Sunday morning. I'm back up here at Phae Gate. I thought I'd start the walk here. I'm going to go someplace else and finish it, but I kind of wanted to show you what's happened since the last time I was here. They've added a whole bunch more things, and they're getting ready, and I have no doubt that people will start arriving here tomorrow, which will be the first. Anyway, I'll turn the camera around and we'll have a little talk. You can see they just added this. Probably put it up just the other day. Hello. Oh, I'm okay. I don't like pigeons. No, that's okay. Thank you. They're getting ready. But Loy Krathong will start on November 19th. And this is kind of some of the decorations they're putting up for it. And from what I understand, they're not going to have as much as they usually have. I think they're only going to have some kind of a float the Krathongs down the river, which will be down that way. And they usually do it around the bridges. It's really pretty, and I usually come up every year. I don't remember if I came up last year or not. I can't really remember, but I know the year before I did, and I took a few photos and walked around. They're not going to have any lanterns here this year, from what I've read, but they will have it at another location. They have the 10,000 lanterns that they launch, and I think you have to pay $100 to attend it. I've never been. I don't plan on going, and it's just a lot of people. One year, the first year we came here, they had it at Majo University, and Lek and I, we had just got here. I think we'd probably only been here about 2 months. You know, we rode the motorbike up there, and we got there probably about 3 or 4 minutes after they launched them. You could see them. We were still far away, but you could see the lanterns from quite a distance. And it was pretty interesting, but it's nothing I'd want to pay $100 to go see. But people will do it, you know. I mean, they come here and they read about it and they want to go, and they'll pay the money. But I'm going to go back to the car here. There's an area that I want to walk that I haven't walked before. And I'm going to get into some of the things that you should and you shouldn't do if you ever want to retire here. And there's a list of them, and I don't really have the list written out. I'm just going to kind of go by ear, but just some advice I can give you that might keep you from getting in trouble or losing your money or just having a bad time here. There's quite a few things that you need to be aware of and be prepared for. But anyway, I'm going to walk back to the car, and we'll go find another location. I think it's going to be a little bit northeast of here. I've walked it before, but there was an area that I'm pretty sure I missed, and I want to go through there. And it may be nothing, it may be something. It's hard to tell until I get here. But it's like I said, it's probably about, I don't know, probably 9:30, 10 o'clock. I don't look at my watch very often, but there's quite a bit of traffic out here for Sunday morning. But anyway, I'm going to shut the camera off and walk to the car, and we'll start up somewhere else. Okay, I'm going to start my walk out right here, and I know we've walked this before, but there was a little alleyway that I saw going off to the right that I want to take that I don't think I took before. And I know one of the subscribers that stayed at this hotel, and I think he's still got some money here. Looks like they're still in business. There's the number, 089-633-4477. If you want to call them and check on your money. But anyway, we're going to walk over the bridge here and then go to the right. And walk through that area. There used to be a place here that had a swimming pool. I don't know if it's still here or if this is it or not. This looks like a restaurant. There was some place around here that had a swimming pool that people used to come to. Oh, that water looks nasty. Wow. Let's see what it looks like on this side. Yep, just as nasty. We'll get on the other side of the street here. But some of the things I want to talk about today is, you know, if you want to come and retire here in Thailand, some of the things that you need to be careful of. I mean, I highly recommend it. But, you know, if you've come here a few times on vacation, you know, maybe stayed a couple of weeks or whatever, when you move here, it's a lot different. You know, it's vacation for about the first couple of years, and then you start to fall into the norm, and you know, it gets a little bit boring. You've seen the same things every day. You know, maybe you're taking a few trips here and there, going down to the south or wherever, going to Bangkok or whatever. But you know, you have to have a plan, and not only should you have one plan, but you need to have a couple of them. I know we walked down here before, but I think I'm going to go this way again because I think there was another alley that I missed. But always have a plan B and C. You know, if you get here, you know, you might like it here on vacation, but then after you get settled in, you're thinking, oh shit, this ain't for me. Well, you know, you've sold everything back in your home country. You don't have anything there, and you got to think, well, where am I going to go? So, you know, have a plan B, and possibly a plan C. It's just a good idea, because you never know how you're going to react when you get here. And after you've been here for a couple of years, like I said, things change. It's not all fun and games. You know, people come here and they think their problems are all going to go away, but that's not necessarily the case. Now, this is a little walkway. I don't know if I can walk down there or not. Can't go very far that way. There's a little boat. I don't really see much there that would be very interesting. Guy on his motorcycle. Yeah, we'll walk down this way a little bit anyway. I've not been down here. Don't know how far I can go, but that's my advice. And when you do come here to move, don't necessarily think that the first place you're going to go to is the place you want to stay. Give yourself at least a few years to get settled and get your surroundings and find your things, and make sure you're comfortable here before you know, go buy a lot of furniture and you know, just start acquiring stuff, because when you go to move, it's not easy. You know, we did it, and we ended up coming right back. You know, it's just the way it is. So if you know, you keep your load light for the first 2 or 3 years, you're much better off. Yeah, I don't think I've walked through here before. Wow, pretty cool. I love that tree. But that, and my best advice to give anybody is never invest in Thailand what you're not willing to walk away from. It's just the way it is. You know, you never know how things are going to go. You know, one day things might be fine, and the next minute you're looking at a way to get out of here. And the likelihood of you taking your assets with you are pretty slim. So don't invest any money in Thailand that, you know, like I said, you're not willing to walk away from. Now that comes out on the road there. Yeah, I'm sure I didn't walk this before, walking the backside. But you know, it's just the way it is. He's got the life. He's just sitting out there watching TV. Yeah, we've not been through here. I think we've walked the road part of it, but not the backside. It's beautiful, really, with the exception of that nasty water. The other thing is the people that you trust. You know, just like back in your home country, you've got jackasses living here. Just like anywhere else. I have a motto. I don't do business with foreigners. I don't feel comfortable. And most of the things that I have done, you know, aren't things that foreigners get in business doing, other than, you know, me going out to eat and stuff. I've made friends doing that. But as far as getting into any business deals or investments, you know, there's so many people here that you know, they'll take your money and rip you off. And it just, you know, there are Thai people that'll do it too, but, you know, I just don't feel comfortable doing business with foreigners with just about anything. You know, buy a motorcycle, that's one thing, but as far as investments or investing money in a company, there's no way. I mean, again, I go back to the same thing. Don't invest in Thailand what you're not willing to walk away from, and what you're not willing to lose. So, you know, it's just, you got to use good common sense, because there are people here that they're slick talkers. And there was one video I watched a while back, and I really felt sorry for the guy. He wasn't even living here. He was living in Australia. And he got into a business deal with a guy that started in China, and then it ended up right here in Chiang Mai. And he ended up losing $150,000 and no chance of getting any of it back. And it was called Wham Bam Thank You Man, or Thank You Scam. And I'll try to leave a link. If I can find the video, I'll leave a link to it at the end of this video. You can watch it. But he lost his ass. You know, to me, if I lost $150,000, somebody better find a big rock to crawl under, because I'm going to go get him. I mean, that's just plain and simple. I'm not losing that kind of money without having somebody's ass in my hands. But it happens. And so, you know, watch your money. Set up, you know, kind of set your money up in stages, whereas there's, you know, stepping blocks that you have to go through to get to it. I've done that with mine. I have my funds set up so there's about 3 or 4 different sources that I have to go through to get it. It makes it difficult, but I've always got that feeling of security that my money's safe. Oh, this is really cool. I think we have walked this before. This part of it, maybe not all the way down. I know we did walk the other side. I'll go down there just a little bit. But, you know, those are some of the things that I've found since I've been here. And, you know, there are numerous people that have lost their asses coming here. You know, they come here with a plan that they're going to make money and they're going to do this, they're going to do that. And then we get here, it's not that way. You know, like I said, I would never have moved here if I didn't have a solid income. That the only way my income's going to stop is when I die. I wouldn't have ventured out here. It's just not. It's not realistic. We've walked this before, but I'm going to walk it again for those that haven't seen it. And I think I'm going to walk the left side rather than the right side. I'll get my ass run over by a car or a motorcycle. This guy had some cool artwork the last time I was here. Yeah, he's got some out today too. Pretty temple. Yeah, we'll walk down this side. A few months ago, I got a letter from a guy, email, and it was kind of comical. He was out here cooking last time I came through. He's not here today, and there's a dog over here on the left that'll bark at me. Yeah, he's sitting out now. Hopefully he won't bark at me. But it was kind of funny. He was telling me how his wife of so many years had kind of wore him out financially. Hey, buddy. Yeah, he's friendly. And, you know, warning me. My response was, I was a little bit offended, but I had to think of where he was coming from. He had pretty much been fleeced by his wife of 20 years, but in listening to him, just a few little things could have prevented that from happening. But you know, he didn't do it, and now he's paying the price. It's a pity, but it happens a lot here. This is really nice. They fixed this up. I wish they would do it all the way through all of these, but they haven't. Now I think what we'll do is we'll cross that little bridge right there and head back in the other direction. But that's my little spiel for now, and if I think of anything else, I'll put it in some of the upcoming videos. But you know, you just have to watch your step and just use good common sense. And you know, my motto has always been, if it sounds too good to be true, it's not true. And you know, that's what they do. They come over here and they'll throw up a web page and put a bunch of fancy stuff on it, and you know, you think you're getting the dream of a lifetime, and then the next thing you know, you turn around and your ass is out of money. Swadee krab. Sabai mai? Breakfast? Yeah, good. But and that's what happened to the guy in Australia. He came across an investment scheme that was too good to be true, and when it all came down to push to shove, it wasn't true, and he got fleeced. So don't put yourself in a position where you're going to get fleeced. Now that I have been up that way before too. The canal on the other side isn't fixed up like this. It's a little bit different. So we'll walk back down the other side. My wife is enjoying her stay with her parents as of yesterday, and my plans are I'm leaving Thursday. I'm going to fly down and spend about 4 days down there. I'm going to meet with Charlie, Travels with Charlie Hub, and Dana from Design Studios. We're going to go try to find the best pizza in Bangkok, and we found a place that everybody raves about, but the last time I was there I didn't know about it, so we didn't try it. So the three of us are going to meet up there and have a pizza and shoot the shit and tell lies and all that other good stuff. So it should be interesting. I'll probably make a short video of it. I'm not going to make I don't think I'm going to make a video of getting on the plane and all that crap, because there's so much shit you got to carry with you, and I think I'll pass on that. Thought I heard a motorcycle coming up behind me. But other than that, things are fine. You know, weather's been nice. We had some rain the other day. I wonder what these little things are. See if I can crack one open with my foot. Whatever they are, they're mushy. I don't believe I've ever ate them, so. Coming off that tree right there. But anyway, and then I'll hang around Bangkok for a few days. I'm not going to venture out much. We may go down to Lot Noi and take some pictures one day, and just kind of relax, get away from Chiang Mai for a while. Phew. Man, that sun's got, I bet that those places are hot in the morning. Another thing too, if when you move here, I'll get into another little thing that I didn't really realize until my wife pointed out, that if you buy a house that's facing the west, in the afternoons, the heat's just crazy. And we suffer from that at our house, and I've put bushes up and stuff in front, and eventually we're going to close that in and keep the sun out. But you know, try to get one that's facing east and west, or north and south, and you don't have to deal with that much heat. This at one time was a pretty interesting place from what I've read. I think I read they used to have a soapy massage here years ago. I don't know, I never came here, but I went by it a few times. Well, let's see. I think I will walk the road back rather than go back the same way. It comes out the same place. We might see something a little bit different. Or some of y'all may have not seen it before. But I venture to say the trolls will eat this video up with what I had to say, but I really don't care. I don't pay much attention to that. And you know, everybody's got their own opinions, and basically what I'm doing is I'm giving you mine. I'm not giving you advice, I'm telling you my opinions. You take it for what it's worth. Yeah, I know I've walked this area before. It's starting to get warm, and I've not ate breakfast yet. I'm gonna go eat breakfast after this, and then I'm gonna run home to the air conditioning and hide for the rest of the afternoon. Lake called me the other day, and she says, "How many air conditioners do you have put on?" You know, didn't want to tell her. But the thing about our house is it's so small that 2 air conditioners will, you know, keep the whole house cool. You turn the third one on, and it works out pretty well. Paint and body shop right there. There was a motorcycle place up here somewhere. I think it's here on the left. Yeah, Marlboro House, room for rent. Yeah, he rents motorcycles there too. Pretty cool. But he's dying for tourists to come back. I think there's this interesting sign up here. Yeah, there is. I'll show it to you. I don't, it says dyeing, but what that is clothes dyeing. Somebody up here will dye your clothes black. We used to have a guy that would come through the neighborhood on a motorcycle. He had this little, kind of like a drum on the back of his bike. He blang, 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 blang. And that's what he did. He'd ride through the neighborhoods, and he'd dye your clothes black. I've got a video of him somewhere if I can ever find it. I think I've got it on my Facebook account. I'll try to dig it up. But it's really kind of neat, and I haven't seen him in a long time. But we have, not only do we have that, but we've got a lady that comes through on a motorcycle every day, and she sells, you know, different stuff like vegetables and just little snacks and things. And it's mainly for the people who can't get out. She does a pretty hefty business. She's got that thing loaded down, and it's a motorcycle, and she has 2 bamboo sticks in the back, and she's got all her little baskets attached to the bamboo, and she takes up a whole line of traffic. And she'll come through and beep her horn, and everybody will come running out to buy her stuff. Yeah, it's probably just apartments. But that's different things than where you see in your home country. You don't normally see stuff like that. And when you do, it's kind of interesting. Yeah, there's probably a bunch of houses back in there. Guarantee it. Got their little birdies out. They have contests here where they'll all take their birds and compare them. They have them trained to talk and say all kinds of different stuff. And I think it's some kind of good luck to have a bird outside your house. I'm not really sure. There's a little restaurant right there. Yeah, we've walked that before. We walked the back side of it. Laundromat to do your clothes. Sweaty cop. This is a neat little area in here, and I wouldn't have any problems walking around out here in the middle of the night or late at night after dark. Nobody would bother you. You can always tell the tourists. They're on rented motorcycles, and they're all wearing helmets. And they've got wide eyes. It's so funny. We're about to where I turn right to get down. We'll probably close the video out right about here. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and leave me some comments, ask me some questions and stuff, and I'll try to answer them. If I don't know the answers, I'll try to find somebody who does. And like I said, what I do is I give advice. I mean, and it's my own opinion. Take it for what it's worth. If you don't agree with it, fine. I don't care. But those are just my personal opinions, and they've got me through 11 years. I've not been ripped off yet, and I don't plan on it. So, you just got to watch your ass around. Anywhere you go, just use good common sense, and understand that you've come here for the last 3 or 4 years or 5 years on 2 weeks vacation. But when you move here, things change. It'll be a holiday for a couple of years, but after that 2 years are up, things change. So, be aware of that. Like I've said before, our plans were to try to move every 5 years because I kind of figured that would happen. But when we got here, we liked it so much that, we decided to stay here and use this as our pivot point. We're not doing much pivoting right now, but hell, that's the way it is. But anyway, hope you enjoy this. Sorry for jerking the camera around. I'm trying to keep from getting my ass run over at the same time. You know, leave me some comments, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one. I don't know if I'll get another one done before I go to Bangkok or not. I may try to do one more before I leave. But anyway, Cafe de Paris. We'll see you all later.